Hi Footy fans, this is Professor Footy with the next instalment of Football Analysis. Today I'm just going to do an overview of Man United against Spurs on Monday and a topic that's sort of arisen in the aftermath of that and got me thinking about the importance of trophies. So first of all, a quick recap of the game. Man United lost 3-0 at home to Tottenham. Kind of followed on, I have to say, from my previous video about Mourinho. I said that he was getting left behind as yesterday's man. I said that he was too negative. Now, whilst United did come out on the front foot for the first half an hour, he did play with a back three at home. Three players that hadn't started all season, and a Herrera, a desperate move. Herrera in there as a right-sided centre-back. We have seen that move once before when Herrera man-marked Hazard. I think it was away at Stamford Bridge in the FA Cup a few seasons ago, if I remember rightly. And it worked quite well then, but overall that is a very desperate and cagey move by Mourinho to be deploying such tactics at home in a big Premier League match. So that's all I want to say about that. Kind of follows on Mourinho's getting left behind a little bit. But in the aftermath of the game, I heard Jason Cundy on TalkSport say that Pochettino is now the best manager in the league. Not really that controversial. Most people would agree that he's certainly in the conversation. I actually think he's more of a coach than a manager. He's very good at making the players that he's got a little bit better. Hence why Spurs haven't bought anybody this year. But I don't know if he can be considered the best when he's won no trophies, 0 trophies. So that's the topic for today. How important are trophies? Now, if he's the best manager in the league, what other line of work can you be considered the best and still have no tangible success? Nothing to show for it. I mean, given Klopp, Guardiola and Mourinho's silverware across the continent, how can Pochettino really lay claim to being the best manager in the league? So it got me thinking, how important are trophies? Now, my answer is, I believe you need some trophies. I don't personally place too much emphasis on it. When I come to do the Messi versus Ronaldo debate on this channel, one of my first arguments will be that it can't be about trophies, because those two have won so many that the trophies become irrelevant. Once you've won 3 or 4 or 5 Ballon d'Ors and Champions Leagues, the odd 1 or 2 really doesn't make a difference. So when you get to that number, trophies kind of become an irrelevance. But when you've won 0, that is a big factor. I'd like to look at Alan Shearer here. Alan Shearer only won 1 Premier League, but that Premier League is crucial to putting him in the conversation as one of the greatest strikers the Premier League's ever seen. Even if he'd scored 260 goals and not won a Premier League, I would find it hard to make a claim for him being better than someone like Andy Cole. Andy Cole won 5 Premier Leagues. Now, I don't think that Andy Cole is 5 times as good as Alan Shearer, but if Shearer had won nothing in his career, it would be really difficult to make a claim for greatness. It's okay having the attributes and looking good, but I believe you have to produce consistently under pressure at the key moments and have something to show for it. So Shearer's Premier League is crucial to putting him in the conversation. Somebody like Matt Le Tissier, clearly the argument from attributes holds. We can see that he's fantastic at football, produced some of the greatest moments the Premier League has ever seen. But we just don't know if he had the fitness or the tactical discipline or the mental strength to perform at the elite level, because he spent his career in relegation battles. And if he's great, if Matt Le Tissier is great and he didn't need to win a trophy, then how far low do you take it? Can't we pick some people at the top level of the second tier and say, oh, it's okay, you were a great player too. You didn't win any trophies, but you didn't have to. Trophies aren't important for greatness. Can we go down to the conference and pick somebody who's got good attributes there, who flicks it over people's head and volleys it in the top corner? Can we say that they're a great player, even though they never won anything and they played in the conference? There has to be a boundary somewhere where you draw the line. And I just think that you need some tangible success at the highest level. I'm not Harry Kane's biggest fan. Regularly people tell me how great Kane is. I can see he's a quality footballer. But as it stands, Jamie Vardy has had a better career. Jamie Vardy did it for a whole season, under pressure, and when it mattered most. He didn't falter, and he knows what it takes to score in those big moments and to win the Premier League. Now, of course, Kane is very young. I expect him to win trophies. But if he never wins anything, it will be hard to make a claim for greatness. So back to Pochettino. Poch is a great manager. I really enjoy watching Spurs, and I'm sure him and Kane will win lots of trophies. But I do find it very hard to put them in the conversation for greatness when they've won absolutely nothing. I don't think you need lots of trophies, but I think you need at least some. You need at least some experience of what it's like to win at the top level. Otherwise, we could all claim to be great. Anybody. How far down the chain can you go and claim to be great if you don't need to win the trophies? Now, I do believe there needs to be a longevity, a consistent season. You know, I wouldn't say that Harry Redknapp is better than Pochettino because Harry Redknapp's won one FA Cup. You know, you can fluke the FA Cup. So I do think really we're looking at leagues here and obviously Champions Leagues to count as a quality trophy. I don't think winning the League Cup elevates you to greatness straight away. So that's my take on it. I don't place too much emphasis on it, but I believe some trophies are important. Who do you think the best manager in the league is? Is it Pochettino? Is Harry Kane great? And if he never wins a trophy, will he still be great? Give me your thoughts. If you'd like to debate me on anything about football, come and have a go if you think you're smart enough. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and don't forget to subscribe.